Hey guys, what's going on? Well, I'm tired. It's been a long day of programming. Got these units in. This is an 8-pack of VHF XTS3000s. Both Astro, APCO P25, analog and digital. Went ahead and put wide bands on. They came with one channel program on a 48 channel radio. I actually had to rewrite the whole damn code plug on each one of them. One of these, and this is the one on the end, not this one but the next one, is the one you've seen before. Anyway, they all work great. I got a charger with one of them, but the charger was bad. So I'm going to have to get a hold of the guy tomorrow, deal with him, see if he'll deal with me on making that right. I think he probably will. And the battery he sent me was broken, so, you know, it's just one of those things. But anyway, got these loaded up. The radios themselves are great. I got lithium ion 4150s on all of these. And I slapped the FDNY knobs on and the adapters because I simply cannot deal with radios that don't have that. These could have encryption in them, I'm not sure. It's possible. But on 3000s with DEX OFB or DES OFB and DES XL, I'm just not going to dick around with them. All these radios are programmed to each other. This is nuisance delete. I decided to make the concentric switch on position B to be scan. It gives a much more positive message when you're, you can push the side button here to scan. You can program one of these side buttons, but without a display on a Model 1, you really don't know. You can forget what position you're in. Was I scanning or not? This is in Talk Around Direct. But I think that is probably the better way to do it. These will be hitting eBay soon, but not real soon. I'm not in any big hurry to sell these, but at the same time I'm not too thrilled with eBay, and I'll probably, if there's any way, I've got a lot of clients that I do business with in private, so any way that I can get around eBay and not have to pay them their fucking final value fees, especially after the way they've dicked me around lately and dicked all the sellers around with their damn policies that are just ridiculous. They'll get their final value fees at the end of the month. They're wanting to shut sellers out from their 20% back. They're just trying to eat everything they can. Now, I've got no problem with final value fees, but I don't want to be their damn employee. It's just that simple. I'm not their fucking employee. They give me a good a good venue in which to sell from, but that's just about fucking it. Okay, I think all these are on channel 1. Yeah, let's get a little bit of feedback going. What do you think? You got all these wide bands here. Think there wasn't going to be any feedback? Mirrors check, mirrors check, mirrors check, mirrors check, mirrors check. These are all on mirrors, channels 1 through 5. They all work just right. They transmit and receive just fine. Mirrors check, mirrors check, mirrors check. I've got the volume down. I don't want to go through annotations saying turn down your speakers. Mirrors check. The programming went well. It just took a long time to do because these didn't have anything in them. They're relatively new radios. Mirrors check. Mirrors check. But I loaded 5 channels into them, and they all function just as they should. Mirrors check. Mirrors check. Mirror check, mirror check, mirror check. So I figure when I put these on listing, I won't have to put a video up for each one of them. People can pretty much see how these units transmit and receive, and it'll save me having to make another video. Check, check. Check, check. Oh, feedback. A little low battery here. I need to charge these. But anyway, yeah, they're all very good radios. This is a VHF 5K. They transmit and receive just fine. There's not one thing wrong with them. And these in the back are the 800 megahertz units. So I've got quite a few of them, and I've also got the 2500s, and I've got a couple 5Ks that are going to be going out. I'm keeping a 5K Model 2. I've got 3 in VHF that I'm holding on to that are Model 3s with FPP just like this, because that's the bandwidth that, or band split, frequency, whatever. God, it's just been such a long day. But anyway, that's what I use, and it works well for me. These in the back are the VHF, or I mean the 800 megahertz. I've got FDNY knobs on all of them. Anytime I have a radio in my possession, if it's going to be in my possession very long, the first thing I do is yank off the stock knob. And usually what that entails is me having to put on another insert retainer. I just bought 15 of them for about 45 bucks. Little plastic insert retainers. And actually, you know, that wasn't a bad deal. Got them from Sandy Communications, and he gave me a pretty good deal on them. They're just very expensive. Anyway, Model 1, Zapco P25, these are narrowband compliant. They're everything you would need, but then the 4 in the back. These are the Model 1 series. I may have one more of those 800 megahertz, I don't know. These are going back to the shop, but I had to put in a long day, and I just had to tote them with me because I had several things that I had to do, and I've got to get them back to the shop, but yeah, that's 8 of them in total, and I think they're pretty good radios. 3000s are always very good radios, digital and analog, and these are also programmed, all scanless. You've got 4 scanless on each one of them. Nobody, no other seller will program scanless consecutively all the way through the 48 channels. You will not pull a radio out from another seller unless you pay him to do that and get 48 channels right out of the box of conventional programming. You know, you'll have 48 channels in 3 zones, and you won't have a bunch of, you know, you've got to, when you set these things up in the CPS, you can't just like write the zones. You can't just like add a zone and call that good. You've got to go down into that zone, and then you've got to, you'll notice this one battery is low. Let me just turn them all off. But anyway, you've got to go into the scanless, and you've got to, you'll see numbers 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 all the way down. Well, you need to turn that into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 through 16, then 16 through 32, then 32 through 48. You know, if you're working in the scanless have to be 1 through 15, 15 through 30, 30 through 45, you know, and so on, until you get to 48, and you know, there's 15 in a scan list. In a zone there's 16, but I'll guarantee you one thing: no other seller's going to do that for you. No other seller's going to set up a radio to where it'll actually work when you get it out of the box. I've gotten enough of these. I've bought and sold enough of them to know that. I've been in this business long enough to know how these radios come when you buy them from different sellers, and they just will not come like this. But anyway, I put in the extra time because I want my customers to have radios that they can use right out of the box. And you know, if you need 2, or if you need, you know, a 6-pack, you can get these radios out of the box and you can start using them immediately. And like I said, they're programmed. I've got 5 channels programmed. All you really need to do is, if you do want to add more conventional channels, you just go in and you program the channels, and the scanless will automatically lock onto those channels that you program in, and you're done. You know, if you can tell your programmer, whoever programs your radios, that's all that needs done. He will be a very happy programmer. I've done the work for you. So anyway, those are the radios, and they're in VHF. I've got 8 of them, and they've all got brand new widebands on them. They're going to be coming with Motorola, OEM Motorola or batteries, and I'll probably throw in some of the nickel metal hydrides. I'm keeping the lithium ions. I've got a lot of them, but at the same time I'll sell them off at some point. But I get a lot of radios, and when I program a radio, I want a full battery on there. And with this one on the end, I've had that radio on for quite a while, and unfortunately it's been 2 days. That battery is run down, but all the other ones I just pulled off the chargers, and those are impressed batteries. So I mean, they worked really well. But nickel metal hydrides will get you by fine. And NiCads, same story. You know, if you've got an impressed charger, you know, they're going to condition those batteries as well. Anyway, oh, by the way, yeah, I do have several impressed chargers in stock. Got a lot of gear I need to start listing, but I've just been so pissed off at eBay, you know, for so many different reasons that you know, I really don't want to deal with them unless I absolutely have to. but it's the nature of the beast. That's, you know, this is my business. So, you know, I don't have much choice. You have to kind of, you know, dance with the chicks who are available, I guess, you know, and unfortunately all there is, you know, all there is standing around is a bunch of toothless, you know, very unappealing, you know, fat chicks with crabs. Isn't that a pretty picture? That's what I consider eBay to be, you know, as far as dancing partners go. And, oh, by the way, yeah, and they can't speak English. They can't speak English at all. And they'll, you know, they'll put you on hold for, you know, a day or two and come back to you if they don't hang up on you. But anyway, take it easy, guys, later on.